It's a pleasure to have you here at HSN. I'm Shannon, and if you are new to us, first of all, welcome. But every night at midnight, we do something called a Today's Special. You could probably figure out that means 24 hours and 24 hours only. Well, what we're doing for today, since of course we're all at home, we're safer at home, we're all doing more cleaning. When I'm cleaning, first of all, I want a one and done. I want to do everything from stainless to cookware to porcelain to jewelry to leather. I want to do it all, right? Because if I asked you what's underneath that cabinet or that kitchen sink right now, chances are you've got a different chemical or cleaner for every one of those jobs. Well, this is one-stop shopping from a company that is synonymous not only for decades of working in the professional industry, whether it's hospitality or restaurants or hair salons. They're a company, a family company that people rely on, but they are going to give you not only their largest configuration of the famous Shockitclean in history, it's the first time that you're actually getting a pre-measured bottle, but maybe as importantly, no bleach, no soap, no ammonia, none of the crazy stuff. So what are you getting? Basically the largest and the only Shockitclean Supreme Today's Special for the rest of the year. You are getting for the first time in history, not only your 24 ounce in what I call your flavor or your scent of choice, your Shockitclean The Ready system, first time they've ever done that, your 32 ounce of your Shockitclean, that's one of your concentrates, and then your 64 ounce of your concentrate, along with that, what I call the super sponge. You can choose it on auto ship as well, in which case, basically, you get a Today's Special every 150 days or as often as you need it. Bottom line, we can't raise the price. All you have to do is pick what I call your flavor or your scent of choice. Remember, first and only Shockitclean Supreme for the year. Only time they've ever done that pre-measured bottle, which I think is genius to really get you going and cleaning right out of the gate. It's not the quote-unquote classic scent, but it's my classic. I'm gonna start over here. This is my Lavender Mint. I am going on auto ship with this tonight. If you're a lavender fan, honest to goodness, it's fresh, it's clean, but no bleach, no soap, no ammonia, none of the harsh things. Seashore, we might not be able to go to the seashore right now, but you can sure make your home smell like it, whether you're cleaning porcelain or stainless or glass or leather or jewelry. There's our Seashore. Remember, you're getting for the first time ever 24 ounce of the ready to use, the 32 ounce and the 64. It's 193 bottles, by the way, which we'll show you in a moment. Breaks down to 19 cents a piece. Here's our fresh and clean, and actually the name is what you might assume it is. It's very fresh, it's very clean. Great if you are using this, say, in a business, because remember, this is a family-owned company that businesses, residential, restaurants, hospitality, they've relied on their products for decades. The citrus zest is, I call it very energizing. Makes you wanna clean. And then of course the cucumber melon, really the classic scent. One quick thing, auto ship, auto ship, auto ship. Remember, it does not obligate you to anything. You get that as you move forward. We can't legally raise the price. You always get that reduced shipping. You can customize that delivery. But at the end of the day, the only one for the year on the Shockitclean Supreme, the biggest configuration they've ever done. If you are new to HSN, no bleach, no ammonia, no harsh something, something. But if I can just appeal to your bank account, which is perfect, because I know a lot of you are still shopping for Susie Orman, 193 bottles, 193 bottles, yeah, 19 cents a piece, 19 cents a piece. And without further ado, if we're ready, I am gonna defer. Looking great. All right, okay, the only thing that we're missing is dancing together. This is, I call him Triple Threat. He is Amos Harp III. And boy, oh boy, you guys came to that party to play, my friend. This is as big as an offer as you have ever done for us. Hey.
Hey, Shannon, how you doing? We're having a cleaning party and you're invited. Shockitclean, you said it, 193 bottles. That is so much cleaner. Let me show you what it does. Shockitclean cleans on a molecular level. Look at these results. You use the foam, and it breaks down the molecular structure. So it's breaking down the molecular structure of your pet stains, your food stains, your chow mein, your lo mein, and it breaks it all down to a small particle. You'll be able to wipe that away with a towel or wait for it to dry and vacuum it later. But look at how much color you're getting back into the rug. All the stains that you have at home, they come clean in the nick of time. Just move that foam and you'll see all that color come right back into the carpet. Absolutely amazing. It's cleaning innovation. It's cleaning technology. Now, I want you to check this out. I know we've been home a lot with the kids. You know, we're doing homeschool. We're doing extra things. I've been so fortunate to spend all kind of time with my kids at home. But I'll tell you what, they're getting a hold of the pens, the markers, the crowns. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this permanent magic marker into this white beige plush rug down here. I want you to come on in. Now, I'm going to draw a line right there on that carpet. And I want to let that dry and come back to it. But I want you to stay tuned. I don't want you to miss that because that's a permanent magic marker. That stuff is hard to get out. Shockitclean has the raw cleaning power to break down ink, paint, glue, or nail polish if you use it full strength. But let me show you one thing here. We spend tens of thousands of dollars on our flooring at home. Now, if your floors aren't right, nothing else is going to look right because your floors are the foundation for the decoration of your homes. I want you to take a look. If you have carpet at home with traffic patterns, dirt, grease, and oil, pet stains, most of us run out to the local department store and get a consumer product like this. Products like these contain soap. Soap is made out of animal fat. It's very sticky, very oily. The first time that you put that in your carpet, what you're going to realize is you rub it, you scrub it, you push it, you shove it. Soap and dirt mix, the stain goes deeper into the carpet. You're just mixing soap and dirt together. Now, Shannon, I want you to do the homework. So you got to rub your hand over the surface and see what's left behind. It's very sticky. It's very oily. That's a dirt magnet. That just draws new dirt right back into your rub rapidly. So I'm going to take my foam. Can you see the difference in the foam right there? It's a proprietary formula. Major facilities are using it. The hotels, the motels, the holiday, what? You know what I was going to say. Look at the cleaning power. There's your pet stains. There's your food stains. There's your dirt, your grease, your oil. Let me remove some of that foam so you can see all that natural color. Like you said, no soap, no bleach, no ammonia, but you get maximum results. I mean, you clean like a professional when you have this proprietary formula at home. It cleans like nobody's business. And I mean, it'll make you want to do the happy dance when you see that carpet go from dull and dingy to nice and clean. Absolutely.
Hey, by the way, since we're doing carpet and triple threat, I'd love you to speak to this animation because what I was going to say is the stain doesn't come back, and this is kind of a description of why, right?
Absolutely. Everything has a molecular makeup. Your dirt, your grease, your oil, your pet stain. Shockitclean is designed to break down the molecular structure, and it breaks it down to a small particle that you can just wipe away from your countertops, your walls, your carpet, and you can just actually just vacuum away when it dries. That's the science. That's the dynamic way that it works, breaking down stains on a molecular level. You're cleaning like a professional. That's what the hotels use, the motels, the casinos, the janitorial supply. They use a proprietary formula like that Professor Amos. Can I get a witness? Somebody say hallelujah.
Hey, by the way, triple threat, I'm just checking. Now, two quick things. If you want that Tampico brush, it's almost always sold out. I think we have only 2,000 for the entire day. So that is fantastic, whether you use it on your back deck or brick pavers, or if you use it for the really heavy, dirty grime on your carpet. You'll see that item number at the corner of your screen. Couple of things, and this is not to be alarmist, but I'll tell you right now, I'm actually, load that app on your phone, but I'm actually ordering my Lavender Mint on auto ship right now, because that's one of the flavors that's almost always sold out. Hey, real quickly, they are telling me if you want the Seashore on the auto ship, Jared, am I correct in saying there are fewer than 1,000? So we have fewer, we have 800 only on the Seashore, which is almost never in stock on that auto ship. So just kind of a heads up there. And then the other one, am I looking at this correctly? That Citrus Zest is also only like 2,000 for the entire day on auto ship.
Oh my God.
So if you want that Citrus Zest, and you know, listen, auto ship, the obligation is on us, but as someone who buys the Lavender Mint, whether it's on today's special price or not, there are several of these fragrances that are not always in stock. Seashore in particular, that's one of the, I guess what I would call more of the specialties. Fresh and clean, so choose it in the Lavender Mint. First time ever, largest configuration. You get the pre-measured, which I think is genius, but 19 cents a bottle, 193 bottles. Then of course, you're getting that 32 and the 64. Here's my Lavender Mint. There's your Seashore with literally like 800 total for auto ship. Choose it single or auto ship for the entire day. Fresh and Clean, which is exactly what you might expect. Citrus Zest, which is very energizing and invigorating. And then Cucumber Melon, which is really kind of the classic. Don't forget you're also getting that nice, I call it the super sponge. But Triple Threat, we gotta show this off in the limited time that we have. What are you gonna do for us next?
Okay, I gotta let you know, some applications require a machine. So you put Shockitclean in your rental machine or one of the machines you buy at HSN. Watch this. Woo! Look at that. OMG.
Oh, that's awesome.
Look at the color. Look at there's no bleach in here. There's no soap. There's no ammonia. There's nothing to deteriorate that Indonesian rug, that Pakistan, that Asian rug you have at home from centuries or decades ago. This is a proprietary formula. And like I said, it cleans on a molecular level. So Shockitclean is designed to break down the molecular structure of your stains, and it breaks it down to a small particle. You can extract it away with that machine. It just extracts it. It sucks it right out of the carpet. Absolutely amazing cleaning technology. That's what it's all about. No soap, no bleach, no ammonia. Now, if I could show you what I'm doing here. So I got a quarter cup of Shockitclean into a gallon of water. You squeeze that sponge. Look at the foam. The power of the foam will clean anything. And if you use that foam on a carpet, a couch, or chair, you'll see that it dries very fast. Now, I'm going to use it right to the leather. A lot of us have leather at home. And when you have leather at home, what you notice is the blue jean dye. You wear blue jeans. And a lot of my friends and I, we wear blue jeans. And you get that dye from your blue jeans on that leather. What do? Shockitclean breaks it down. Look at that. Shannon, it's squeaky clean. No residues. Now, it makes 193 bottles. So look at how many bottles it makes. You're going to love it because the value is in the house. Like you said, Shannon, 19 cents a bottle. That's all it comes out to. It's enough cleaner to last you for the next 2 years.
It is. So here's that animation, but a couple things I need to speak to, and wow, are we busy. So if you're new to HSN, sounds weird, but again, HSN exclusive, although this is a company, family-owned company that's been around for decades. They've been here, almost a couple decades here at HSN, but no bleach, no soap, no ammonia. You'll probably notice that Triple Threat isn't wearing any gloves. That does not mean that it doesn't clean, and virtually any surface. So if you're new to HSN, today's special means quite literally what it sounds like. One day only, biggest configuration ever, first time ever with that wonderful pre-measured plus the 32 and the 64. So only time this year, if you went to hsn.com right now, just on the 64, as an example, it's basically almost the same price. I mean, for virtually the same price, like a dollar less. I mean, if you're really getting down to the nitty gritty on your math. But if you do auto ship, we can't legally raise the price. So you get that reduced shipping, even as you move forward, you can customize the delivery, but here's what's happening. At midnight, when we say it's a one-day only value, there is flex pay, so it's $12 and change to get home, reduced shipping. There's a 90-day return policy, but what happens as we progress through the day, when we start to lose fragrances, you gotta move on to something else. And I'm speaking from experience, because I've been, finishing the day with most of our today's specials. I actually haven't gotten to air a single today's special in a week here at HSN, because they've sold out well in advance. So if you want my Lavender Mint, that is in the lead. Now, certainly, since it's the first airing of the day, yeah, you got your crack at it. You can get it with a 90-day return policy and a little over $10 on your credit card. I know you're probably spending at least a flex pay on one of the chemicals you've got underneath that kitchen cabinet to clean the stainless or the jewelry or what have you. Lavender Mint is our most popular. There's our Seashore. Now, if you want the Seashore in auto ship, we have 800 only. 800 only. By the way, on the auto ship configurations, we didn't bring in as many, so just keep that in mind. Because, well, obviously, if you go to hsn.com, we can sell the 64 ounce for basically the price of admission. So it's not cost effective for us or the family as we move forward to do this configuration. It's the only time you're gonna see it. So a couple hundred only on that Seashore in the auto ship. Here's our Fresh and Clean. It really is a fresh and clean scent. The citrus zest, if you're like me, I like to sometimes rotate out the different fragrances, but if you really want to motivate yourself to clean, it's very invigorating and very spa-like and fresh. When I think of my spa, you know, they've got that cucumber melon water that you drink. Well, this is, obviously you're not drinking this, but this is your cucumber melon. This is the original, and I think, Jared, would I be correct in saying the lavender and the cucumber are number 1 and number 2? Is that? Okay, so cucumber melon and lavender mint, most popular. We can get it to you, we can do it now, and we can do it in the biggest configuration, best value. First time ever that they're actually including that pre-measured dosage in addition to the 32 and the 64. 64 sells for pretty much the price of admission on hsn.com. Triple threat, I saw you getting ready to do some bling in that thing. You ready?
I got the bling. I got the bling. Look, there's no soap, there's no bleach, there's no ammonia. So the versatility is off the chain. I mean, you can use it on the bling. I'm talking about the gold, platinum, the silver, the diamonds, the gems. Look at that. Now, for all the areas that I missed, I put it into the bowl of Shockitclean. Shannon, I need you to squeeze and take a look at that, Shannon. Look at the bling in the thing. I mean, it's like brand new all over again. No sticky residues. It's squeaky clean. That's why you're going to love it. Now, let me show you some of the science. We're talking about a scientific cleaner here. I'm going to take an ounce of my Shockitclean, put it into the rusty old water. A lot of us live out in a rural area where you may have rust in your water, iron and mineral deposit buildup. If you have that at home, that can block your detergents from working. They won't work to clean your whites and your colors. But the power of Shockitclean will get all the sweat and all the makeup right out of this white t-shirt. I hope you've seen around the collar there, because what you've seen on that t-shirt, if you just let the product do the work. And my dad's Professor Amos. He taught me growing up. He said, son, above all things, get understanding. Let the product do the work so you don't have to. I want you to work smarter, not harder. So that went back and forth about 2 or 3 times. I'm going to go ahead and fish that out of there. But I want you to take a look at this t-shirt with the one that had the stains around the collar and up under the arms. Let me find the top. There it is right there. 90% of those stains are gone from the underarms, from the collar. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. The cleaning technology, the innovation, no soap, no bleach, no ammonia. Now, I'm going to take it because I know we've been at home a lot, and you have kids, we have kids, and you get the shoes. You know, we spend a lot of money on the tennis shoes, and when it's time to clean those shoes, nobody wants to do it because products like bleach and ammonia would actually turn that rubber sole, it'll turn it yellow. But Shockitclean gets it done without compromising the leather or the rubber. And look at that. Well, back to white again. It's absolutely amazing. It's the cleaning technology we all know and love by my dad, Professor Amos. Now, I got to show you something. I'm going to slow it down for a second. Do you know what this is there? That's spray paint. I'm going to go ahead and spray this right here because if you have marble, tile, granite, you know, the spray paint is hard to get up. So I sprayed that on there. Watch this, full strength. Look at the science. And this one over here, that one's already set. Let me put it over there. And the longer it's been sitting, the longer you leave the Shockitclean concentrate sit on there. So you see what it's doing? It's breaking down the molecular structure. I haven't even touched it. This one over here, I can get right through that old spray paint, that old glue, that old hair dye too. And it just breaks down the molecular structure of it. Now watch this. I'm going to go ahead and spray the area here for the rest of the floor. So if you have wood floors, marble, tile, granite at home, how about the Corian? Any of those latex floors at home, you can use Shockitclean to get up the scuff marks and all the paw prints and the heel marks from the pets and the kids. Now just get yourself a towel or a mop and you can wipe this away. I want you to watch the wipe. And what you'll notice is it's squeaky clean. Nothing sticky, nothing oily is left behind. I mean, look at that. Shannon, do you hear that?
Oh, it is literally squeaky clean.
And I'm not even a DJ.
Exactly. But this is what Triple Threat, Amos Harper III, of course, if you are just joining us, this is what he was talking about. The reality is, I truthfully, and I'm serious about this, I can't think of what this doesn't clean. I'm serious about that. And I've been a super fan. And by the way, I spend more money, you spend more money. After today, now remember, today's special, if you're new, it's a one-shot deal. Now, the one thing I'll mention about that is normally I have the privilege of ending our broadcast day with you, which I've been doing for the last couple of days. I have not actually got to present any single today's special for the last week because they've always been gone by the time I'm on the air at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Use that information for what you will, but I will say this. You choose your fragrance, and then you choose, do you want single or auto ship? Now, on the auto ships, and I'm just gonna jump to those real quickly, and then I'll back up. On the seashore, I have fewer than 800 auto ship. Now, auto ship means you could get it once and still call it auto ship, but the whole point is we can't raise the price. We can't raise the price if you do that, and then you always get that reduced shipping, whether you want it 150 days or more than that. 700 only of the auto ship on the seashore. Jared, was I reading my sheets correctly? On the Lavender Mint, we just have a little over 2,000 in the auto ship. Am I, I don't have, okay. Basically, #1 fragrance I got on auto ship as we were speaking. Here's what's a little scary to me, and that's why I'm shopping now. On the Lavender Mint, basically 2,000 for the entire day, or just slightly more than that for the entire day on the Lavender Mint on the auto ship. And then, if I'm reading my notes correctly, on the Citrus Zest, is it like a little over 2,000 there as well? So on the Citrus Zest, which by the way, if I were a betting man, I would say it's probably Lavender Mint, Cucumber Melon, and then Citrus Zest, I'm guessing, as the top 3 fragrances. Citrus Zest, same thing, only about 2,000 on auto ship. So remember, biggest configuration, first time in history that they have, and the only one on the Shockitclean Supreme for the year, 19 cents a bottle, 193 applications, 90-day return policy, little over $12 on your credit card with reduced shipping. Lavender Mint, first time ever you get the pre-measured squirt bottle, that's 24 ounce, 32 and 64. The 64 ounce sells for just $1 less, basically the same price on hsn.com. Lavender Mint, fewer than 2,000 on the auto ship. Seashore, fewer than 700 on the auto ship. Remember, choose single or auto ship. Fresh and Clean, single or auto ship, which of course it is, it's fresh and clean. Citrus Zest, our #3 fragrance. Very, almost makes your mouth water. It is like a citrus, like a, very invigorating. Single or auto ship, about 2,000, and that's it on the auto ship for the day. And then the classic Cucumber Melon. So any way you stack it, of course, Amos Harp III, I lovingly call him triple threat because, he is. And this is more than a triple threat. Boy, you're taking us on a tour of our home. I can use this in literally every room in my house, right?
Literally everywhere. So here's what I have. That's the filter that's above your stove area. We've been at home so much, we're doing a lot of cooking and a lot of baking and stuff, and all that grease and that smoke goes right up into that filter. Let me show you that more science when it comes to Shockitclean. I want to show you the years. Look, oh my goodness, look, Shannon, look at all the grease and the smoke buildup. There's all the bacon smoke and all the grease and fat that goes up into that filter. I mean, years of buildup are coming right out of there. That's the power and the science of Shockitclean. It's not soap, it's not bleach, it's not ammonia. It doesn't leave any residue. So there's your filter. You just let that dry and go right back up into your range hood there to collect more smoke. Now right back to the 193 bottles. Picture this. When you order this at home, you're really actually getting about 18 cases of various different kinds of cleaner. Your kitchen cleaner, your heavy duty, your bathroom cleaner, your laundry boost cleaner. I mean, this configuration, like we said, it makes 193 bottles of proprietary formula that just breaks down grease like nobody's business. I'm telling you, you use this on it. You can put this on anything and it comes clean. You'll love it. Like you said, family business. With Shannon, we've been at HSN since about 2003. That's over 15 years now, and there's a reason why we've been there, and there's a reason why they love us in Germany. There's a reason why they love us in Russia and Italy and across the pond over in London, because when you get that buildup on your cookware, your bakeware, and you see what I'm doing, I'm cooking that grease right into that pan. Now here's a job for Professor Amos. Always go Professor Amos, because that grease, look, I haven't even touched it and the grease is on the run. My dad's Professor Amos, he said, let the product do the work so you don't have to. Work smarter, not harder. So let it break down. Give it about 2 minutes. Now you come back with that sponge that we give you in the package. It's non-abrasive. It won't scratch the stainless steel, the aluminum, and you can just wipe it away. No sticky residues, no gloves, no mask. You see I'm not coughing, sneezing, or wheezing when I use it. That's why you're going to love it. Now let me clean the stove for you, because it cleans the stove top, the aluminum, the painted finish. A lot of my friends say, Amos, what do you have for the glass top? I got a glass top stove and it just doesn't look the way that it used to. Well, our Shockitclean Supreme will clean that stove top, even when it's glass or ceramic or anything in between. And you just work that sponge right over the surface. Now, Shannon, I got to give you a cleaning tip for all our friends out there at home. If it's burned in, then heat up that stovetop, heat up that pan, heat up that oven to about 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and that grease comes off of there like butter when you use our Shockitclean. Remember, no sticky residues, squeaky clean results, clean like a professional, because I told you so.
Absolutely.
Stainless steel.
And stainless steel. And you know what, as you do that triple threat, I just want to, if you did miss the pan in the background that Amos Harp III did, Curtis Stone had a big, big day yesterday, and I get a lot of questions on Facebook. How do I clean the bottom of my Curtis Stone pans? Use this. No bleach,
yes.
no ammonia, no chemicals. But you know, the other thing about this is your fixtures are a lot of money. You don't want to damage them. And frankly, a lot of cleaners can do that.
Yes, they'll rust out and etch those fixtures there. Shockitclean never hurts the fixtures. It never rusts them out and etches them. But yeah, like you can use it everywhere. You'll love it on the stainless steel, the aluminum. But let me show you here. I have porcelain. We use a lot of those consumer products from the store, and porcelain, you'll notice over time, those consumer products will take that finish off. Look at your bathroom sink. If you have porcelain or fiberglass or some kind of ceramic, it's probably not shining the way that it used to because of the consumer products, the chemicals, the ones that you need to wear gloves and a mask with, but Shockitclean gets it done. Squeaky clean, no problem.
All right, here's what they are telling me, and again, if you're new to HSN, you need to try this. They know, in fact, I was telling my producer, Jared, I'm Sally sensitive. I actually have reactions to typical cleaners around the house. I don't with this. Again, I'm not making any medical claims. That's my own individual experience. But if you think about it logically, no bleach, no chemical, no ammonia, no harsh caustics, but it's cleaning at a molecular level. Let's just appeal to your pocketbook. 19 cents? How much did you spend for that soft, scrubby on the sink, right? I mean, you can fill in the blanks. You know all the stuff you're using on windows and walls and jewelry and leather and handbags. This is a one-stop shopping, biggest configuration, lowest price because it's 193 bottles. The 64-ounce sells for basically the price of admission, $1 less on hsn.com. Remember, first time ever, you get that pre-measured, the 24 with the squirt bottle, 32 and 64 with the super sponge, but here's the problem. Choose single or auto ship. My Lavender Mint, last $2,000 for auto ship, okay? And again, I don't know if they can make adjustments. The Seashore, it's like the Seashore, fewer than 700 on the auto ship. Now remember, you can do single or auto ship. Fresh and Clean. Citrus Zest, our number 3 selling fragrance tonight, just a little over 2,000 on the auto ship. And then the Cucumber Melon, which the original and number 1, we try to do our utmost best there. Definitely grab it. So you should try it. Triple threat, do you have your bucket? This great thing, this is a bucket, believe it or not, right? Collapsible.
You'll love it if you need to save space. Think about it. A bucket you can keep in your car. It collapses down to nothing, or on your boat or your RV. Shannon, I got to show you one thing. I said we're going to come back to that permanent magic marker that the kids put in the carpet. The only way to get that out is to use it full strength. So there's an ounce or two of full strength right over top of that permanent magic marker. If it had been in there, I want you to leave it sit. The longer you leave it sit, the deeper penetration it gets. Look at how it's getting right through that permanent magic marker. Absolutely amazing. There's your cleaning power right there. Shockitclean.
Yes, indeed.
Hey,
Triple Threat, we'll see you with a second look at our best buy of the day in about 30 minutes. Great job as always. Thank you, my friend. Hey, by the way, a lot of you are asking about the Tampico brush. Look, I'm like a chimney sweep. Chim, chimney, chim, chimney, chim, chim, chiroo. Oh, that's right. They replayed this tape. Whoops, tape. Have you seen the brush? Anyway, what kind of shape is your smoke detector in? Well, if it's time to replace it, and I know it is, stick around, plus we're gonna clear the air.
We use goat milk because we had it, and that's how our company started. But what we learned over the years is how beneficial goat milk is, not only for the skin, but for your body.
Goat milk adds moisture to your skin. It's really the most amazing ingredient.
People really do notice the hydration of their skin. The farm-to-skin difference only with Beekman 1802.
Get Get the best deals on the things you love with the HSN card. As an HSN card VIP, you'll get all kinds of perks, like 12-month VIP financing on select items, plus extra flex on beauty, jewelry, shoe, and fashion purchases all day, every day. And at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Includes fraud protection, and there's no annual fee. Apply now and instantly get $10 off when you're approved. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/HSN card.
Small business anchors our communities. They are family, friends, neighbors. They are us. So in partnership with the NRF Foundation, HSN, QVC, and Zulily spotlight small businesses across the country by giving them a national stage to tell their story. On air, online, on our social channels and streaming services. It's time to let small business shine and celebrate their success. Small Business Spotlight, now on HSN, QVC, and Zulily until June 6th.
Well, welcome into HSN. I'm Shannon, and we are taking you all around your house in this hour of time together. Thanks for spending part of your night or early morning with us. We, of course, I know a lot of you are still calling on our today's special. Please stay there. It's going to help you clean every area of your home. But let's talk about protecting your home. And certainly we're at home more, and maybe you're looking at your home in a whole new way, but we're going to protect you, protect your family with not only the first and last name in quality when it comes to smoke detectors in America. This is the biggest and the best package you're gonna find anywhere. First and foremost, they are small but mighty. So believe it or not, this little new atom, which has the latest in technology, don't worry about false alarms, but it keeps your family safe. Here's the other thing you don't worry about. Batteries, batteries, batteries. Because yes, you can Google, you can search the world, and yeah, you're gonna find them. It's First Alert, you know that name, whether it's at your home stores or your other internet sites. If you find one for around $20, it's not this. It's not this. That's the one where you have to buy the batteries. Boy, oh boy, you know, if I could change the oil once in my car and not have to think about filling it up with gas or changing oil for 10 years, sign me up. Well, this is really a one and done. 10 years on that battery times 3. So basically, if you search this unit with that 10-year battery, you're looking at about $35 for one. So you could make the argument, buy 2, get that third one basically for no additional cost. And of course, you can't put a price on that peace of mind that this gives you. HSN exclusive configuration, flex pay a little over $20 in your credit card. We're doing it only as long as supplies last, along with a 90-day return policy. Lori, you know what's so weird? I didn't get to tell you this when we were on the phone. I actually had a dream about my smoke detectors last night where there was a fire in my home. I swear to you, this is a true story. What? Because, and this is the truth, and I'm calling myself out. We're all spending more time at home. So I walk through my halls now and I'm like, gosh, there's no battery in that one. Gosh, there's no battery in that one. Geez, there's no battery in that one. I mean, seriously, and I'm embarrassed. I'm calling myself out. I think I only have one smoke detector in my house that actually has the batteries in them because we get annoyed. That's no excuse. There is no excuse for safety, and boy, it's hard to say no to this. This, by the way, is my girl. How you doing, Lori Leland?
Hi, beautiful. We need to fix that right away, Shannon. That is not an acceptable situation. That's really scary. But what we love about this, Adam, and you said this so perfectly, Shannon, no more chirping in the middle of the night, so you never have to deal with that. This is First Alert, so the most premier, the most well-recognized name when it comes to fire safety in our homes. They've been innovating for over 60 years, and you know, they invented the battery-operated smoke detector in the first place. And Shannon's right. You know, if you see that more affordable one, that super affordable one that's out there, that's the one where you're going to be spending money every single year on batteries. You're not only getting a 3-pack, so this could be that whole home solution for you, but you're also getting the 10-year battery built right in. So no more chirping in the middle of the night. You never have to worry about that. You never have to worry about hitting it with a broom handle or pulling the battery out because you just want it to be quiet so your family can go back to sleep. And then think about this. If you do that, then you're unprotected. Like you're saying, Shannon, yours don't have batteries in them right now. That's not safe. And you know what? A lot of us, we're not going to the store all that often. If you do have that chirping, it might be really inconvenient to try to pick up on specialty batteries because usually they're not just readily available batteries, they're specialty batteries. But if you think about the cost that you would spend on batteries alone for 3 smoke detectors for a decade, these absolutely pay for themselves. And they have some of the latest technology built right in. This is photoelectric technology. So this smoke detector, although tiny, like you said, Shannon, it is tiny but mighty. So it's not that big eyesore. It's not that old clunky style. This is that new, sleek innovation that is packed with technology. So you have here that smart smoke entry design. This can literally detect the size of the smoke particles. So you'll have fewer false alarms with this. Shannon, it's so easy to install your brand new First Alert add-ons. We include everything that you need. It's 2 screws with that installation ring, and then you just simply twist it into place. We've had reviews from folks in their 60s, 70s, some of the ladies writing in and saying, I was able to do it myself. I didn't have to have my husband do it, or I didn't have to call a handyman. This could go high on a wall or on the ceiling if you prefer. So a lot of versatility in the way you can use it. Oh, and it's really loud. Are you ready to hear it? This is
I want to hear it.
85 decibels. Okay, so I'm going to try not to wake up the whole house because, of course, I'm broadcasting from home. So here we go. Ready? Okay, so that's loud. You have that cue right there with the blinking red light too. So you have a visual cue as well with that bright LED light. And then Shannon, did you hear the sweeping tones?
You actually took the words out of my mouth. So why does it because it's not like the bap, bap, that monotonous thing. They do that on purpose, right?
Absolutely. So that is by design. First Alert did their research. They found that more individuals can hear a wider array of tones when they do a sweeping sound instead of that single monotone where maybe somebody might not be able to hear it. So again, packed with technology, fewer false alarms. You're getting 3 of these. And I will say right now, if we accomplish nothing here tonight other than you folks at home just kind of assessing the state of your current smoke detectors, then we've done our job. Because Shannon, I am committed to the fact that you need to get some of these, right? Yeah. Because your home is underprotected. Most American homes are underprotected.
It's so true. And you know what? I made this value statement with our today's special that I hope you're still calling on. If we just appeal to your pocketbook for a moment, it's like buying 2 and getting a 3rd for free because you have to compare apples to apples. Remember, this is the one with that 10-year battery, but let's talk batteries. So, Lori, let's be honest, I certainly, I want smoke detectors in my house, but I usually don't have the type of battery that it takes.
Right.
And then it's a hassle to deal with. I mean, you got to figure how many batteries should you be going through. And then you said something in a presentation earlier that I also didn't realize. So we're going to save you this much money on batteries, but I didn't realize your technology can kind of phase out, like meaning if you buy like an older guy, it doesn't mean that it's even current or all working.
So the sensors wear out. It takes about a decade for that to happen, but the sensors in the smoke detectors all start to wear out and lose efficacy over time. So it is recommended that you replace your smoke detectors every 10 years anyway, because it's safer for your family, because then it can pick up on that situation that might be happening in your home. And if you have old smoke detectors and the sensors aren't working properly, you could be in big trouble. So this is a great way to have a 10-year battery. You're not replacing batteries for an entire decade. Shannon, I'm going to have a kid with a learner's permit. He's 5 right now. He's going to have a learner's permit getting ready to drive by the time I have to replace my First Alerts. And funny story, you have the bowl of batteries there in the studio. Those are the 9-volt batteries. I have 0 9-volt batteries at my house, 0. So I pulled a little bowl together here, but these are all like AA. This isn't even what the smoke detectors run on. I don't even have those batteries in my house. Nobody does, right? Or very few of us do. So if you ever in that position where you hear the chirping, you're either going to lose your mind for a little while waiting for it to stop. You're going to probably pull the batteries out, right? And then how long is it before you get those batteries replaced? How many days or weeks is your family unprotected while those batteries are out of that detector? You don't have to worry about that with this. This is a 10-year battery. And like I was saying a minute ago, Americans are severely underprotected with their smoke detectors. The National Fire Protection Association said that 3 in 5 home fire deaths happen in homes that don't have working smoke detectors, and you're half as likely to die in a home fire if your smoke detectors work. Also, the U.S. Fire Administration recommends that you put one on every floor. So if you have a 2-story home, you need at least 2. You should have one in every bedroom, and you should probably have them in the hallways leading to the bedrooms. And I also recommend have one near your dryer, right? Because, you know, the lint can spark. That could be a real problem. And do you know, Shannon, most home fires start between 2 and 6 a.m., and they're able to double in size every 30 seconds. So your entire home could be engulfed in flames in as little as 5 minutes. That's why we need this information. So if something does happen, if you hear this guy go off with that loud 85 decibel alarm, you very likely do have a problem, and you're going to have the time to get out of your home.
Well, absolutely, and that's what's key. And, you know, our homes, you know, they're more efficient, but they're more flammable. I mean, people used to have more time. And I don't know about you, it takes me more than 5 minutes to get myself up and out of bed. I mean, when the alarm goes off, like today, you're like, that first hour that I'm up, it's like I'm shot. Like, it takes me literally, you know me, it takes me like an hour to wake myself up. We don't have that time. And, you know, chances are, I mean, you might even do a home assessment and check yourself before you wreck yourself. I mean, you know, do a home assessment right now. And that's why I'm at least calling myself out. And I certainly, especially because Lori knows, when I say I shop for something, I've shopped for it. My house is a whole, like, hoarder situation. You know, every place, it's like kindling. My whole house is kindling. And so, and maybe it's because I subconsciously knew I was gonna be on the air with you, but no kidding, I walked through my house last night and I'm like, oh my Lord, when did I take, because you kind of forget, Lori, it kind of sneaks up on you. It's like, I honestly, because they happen one at a time. And so best intentions aside, you're like, oh, I'll get that battery when I go to the grocery store. You forget and you're like, oh, wait a minute, that one and that one and that one and that one, right? It happens.
Right. Oh my gosh, totally. So with this, it's hands off. You don't have to think about it for a decade. This is the kind of thing you need, Shannon, because you have a busy life, right? And your life is very hectic. This is really important not to have to deal with replacing all those batteries. I can barely even pick up this bowl. It's so heavy. So can you imagine how much 10 years of batteries are going to cost? It's going to cost a lot of money. And like you said, Shannon, you can find the battery operated Atom. It is out there. It is all over the market, and it is an awesome product. But with the 10-year here and the value that we're offering on a 3-pack, this cannot be beat at retail, and you're never going to have to buy another battery. It is totally and completely hands-off. There's no maintenance. You can push the button once in a while just to test it, make sure everything is going great, maybe on January 1st or maybe 4th of July, some memorable time just to test it. But other than that, you don't have to think about it. And that's the kind of technology I really love. Something that could potentially save our lives, something that's important that everybody needs in their homes, and something you don't have to maintain or think about for a decade. Truly amazing. And then this is going to alert you when it needs to be replaced, which is basically when the smoke sensors are wearing out anyway. So this is the perfect thing. Get it for 10 years, have it in your home, split these up again, in 2 different homes. Maybe you want to gift a couple to your parents or your grandparents, and then don't think about it for an entire decade. Truly amazing, life-saving technology. And every single one of us has been touched by a home fire in some way. Adam and Chelsea Freeman, they had a home fire a few years ago. It was really scary. And even Suzanne Runyon had told me quite some time ago that she had lost 2 family members in a fire. Totally avoidable. This is something that we can do. It's not the sexiest thing in the world, but it could absolutely save your life.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? I almost beg to differ, because this is kind of sexy if you compare it to what you got right now. Right. This is like the Sports Illustrated swimsuit version of the COVID-19, of the COVID-15. What are they calling it? The COVID-15? I'm not even going to ask how much weight you've gained, Lori. I'm just speaking for myself. I'm wearing an elastic waistband tonight, and I'll leave it at that. So this is at least one. Do you
jammy pants?
See, at least this is one thing I don't have to worry about, right?
Because I can. I think I put on the COVID-19.
I don't know. Seriously, I got the waistband. I got the, it's like, They're stretchy.
You look lean as always. You
God
look
love
beautiful,
ya.
Shannon.
All right, it's all done with smoke and mirrors. Smoke, it'll hear it. Aha, pun intended. Lori, I love you. Be safe. Thank you, Lori. Remember, it's like buy two, get one free if you compare it to the 10-year battery version in America. Hey, by the way, if you are trying to get through on our today's special, thank you. Almost 3,000 gone. I got mine. Have you got yours? If you haven't, you should. Because not only is this our largest configuration to date, can I just appeal to your pocketbook for a moment? 19 cents a bottle for something that'll do stainless and cookware and porcelain and, you know, the exhaust fans over your range and ceramic and carpets. I mean, I honestly can't think of what this doesn't clean. But it does it without bleach, it does it without ammonia, it does it without harsh surfactants or soaps. That is the largest and the only Shockitclean Supreme Today's Special for the rest of the year. Call back now. We will be doing an encore presentation at the beginning of our next hour, though, if you would like to see some of the details or see some of the demonstrations. Well, we're taking you all over your home in this hour of time together. Welcome in again to HSN. I'm Shannon. I love being in my house. And the one thing I can tell you, it's interesting, before my show, I was even talking to my producer, Jared, and my team. I was blowing my nose and I was like, oh, my allergies are just out of control. Because I got a lot of stuff in my house. I think our homes are more airtight than the air in my home is dirtier than the air in the great outdoors. I can tell you that for a fact. And certainly an air purifier is not a cure or treatment for allergies. However, if you're gonna be looking for a leading name to help you do that, but let's be honest, I want 12 months out of the year comfort. This actually debuted this last week with Adam in his open house show, which is always a lot of fun. That happens every Monday starting at 9 o'clock. Adam's gonna do another one tomorrow. That's where this debuted. Delonghi, they are an international brand, but this is my 12 months of comfort. Yes, it's my fan when I wanna be cooler. Yes, it's my heater when I wanna be warmer. But yes, it's also helping to clear the air or clean the air that I breathe. All this, it's a dynamic 3-in-1 for less than $300. That's our feature price, only as long as supplies last. 5-pay flex pay, which is something that we usually only reserve for today's specials in this category. And we're also doing free shipping. And if you are new to HSN, please remember, we're also doing a 90-day return policy on our items right now as well. Ask for item number 716197. Angela McClure is joining us. And Angela, I see you there. It was fun to chat with you earlier. You know, we all realize the value of cleaning the air in our homes. And I've got a lot of great air purifiers. But the truth is, they're kind of one-trick ponies. I mean, they're there to clean the air, and I love that, and I need that. Mm-hmm. I love that this is going to do everything that I need for comfort and better air to breathe. How you doing tonight?
Good, Shannon. And that's such a great intro because this is the Delonghi 3D. So first I want to talk about its air purification capabilities. So we have a chamber here. It's filled with smoke. Smoke is a great visual representation of all of those fine particles, pollutants, and allergens in the air that we can't always see. It's also really tiny and really hard to clean. It's only 0.1 microns in size. So to give you an idea, the human hair is 75. So smoke is very difficult to clean. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the unit on. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna start circulating the air. So you can see as the air is circulating, what it's doing is it's actually pulling in that air into the top of the unit. Now, as that air pulls in, it's going into this 360-degree filter. This utilizes HEPA-inspired technology that's capable of eliminating 99.9% of all of those airborne pathogens, the mold, dust, bacteria in the air, pet dander, you know, all of these things. This is double layered, and it even has a rubber gasket at the bottom. So there's no air bypass. So all of the air that's being pulled into the machine, you know, is going through the filter. and then it's being pushed back out into your room, clean, fresh, purified air. So, you know, I don't know about you, but a lot of us when we're going outside, we're wearing a mask just for a little bit of extra filtration, a little bit of extra protection. But inside our own homes, Shannon, like you were saying earlier, according to the EPA, the air inside our homes is up to 5 times dirtier. So you can see here, you can kind of see there's a picture behind the unit that I don't think you could see before. This filtered it all out. And when you get this home, you're able to give your family that clean, easy to breathe, purified air with year-round comfort. Because think about it, you know, we don't necessarily want to drink unfiltered water, right? But you know, with unfiltered air, your lungs are having to do that filtering for us, which isn't always the best option.
No, it's really true. And you know what? And not for nothing, it looks good. I mean, it really does. It looks really sleek. I'll give you those measurements in a moment. And this is something that Angela is also giving you a tour of. But now the good news is there's no man in my house to hog that remote, but he's gonna want this one because everything, oopsie, how about if I put it right side up? There you go. Round hole, square peg. But you can do everything, that complete control panel, which I think is really handy because girls, I'll just appeal to you for a moment. I know I'm not unique in this. I'm my own thermostat. There's not a night that goes by. It's like, the covers are on, the covers are off, the covers are on, the covers are off, the covers are on, the covers are off. So when you do need those micro adjustments, sometimes you want it to be cooler, sometimes you want it to be warmer. You've got those at the touch of your fingertips on that remote control. Plus, you're also cleaning the air that you breathe at the same time. In terms of dimensions, again, it looks really cool. It is 35 inches in the height by 12 3/4 inches in the width. I'm assuming that's like that diameter, that little footprint with that nice little rubber, you know, silicone nice base. So about 12 3/4 on the length and the width, and then about 35 inches in the height. And actually, Prince, I won't walk all over there, but you can actually see the comparison. You can't really, yes, in addition to our savings and our HSN price, feature price, and of course our flex pay, how much are you spending for a separate air purifier? How much are you spending for a separate heater? How much are you spending for a separate fan? And that's the other thing. Of course, you can see how nice and sleek this looks in that bedroom area. That's where I would want this because no kidding, covers are on, covers are off all night long. Plus, of course, we all need to be breathing cleaner air. And Angela, it's exciting that Delonghi did this. I know when this launched with Adam in his open house show, which again, that's every Monday at 9 p.m., he was excited, I'm excited. I know he suffers from allergies. I actually suffer from allergies and asthma. And again, it's not a cure or treatment for that, but you know, we could use some help in our homes, and we've really relied on Delonghi to do that. They wanted to do this by customer request, it seems like.
They actually did a lot of research when it came to designing this unit because so many people want that sleek, compact design, but it's multifunctional. So in addition to cleaning the air year round, a lot of us are starting to get into those warmer months. We want a little cool air circulation. You know, that's when you pop it into fan mode. Now, a lot of fans, probably like the one you have there in the studio, one of the other options, the fans just have one place that the air comes out of. But what Delonghi has done with this design is they've actually given us 2 areas on either side of the machine. I think we actually have an animation of this or an image, but the air actually comes out from either side in an aerodynamic way and envelops the room in cool, fresh, purified air or heat in the wintertime. And it is such a sleek, beautiful design to have in your room. But that air, that fan, as it goes through your room, you're not gonna get those cold spots. It's just gonna envelop you in that nice, cool, gentle air. And the way that you're gonna do that is with the remote. All of the functions are on the remote. So you just select the fan mode, and then you have 10 different airspeed settings from low to high. So you can adjust that here, and you'll see it on the digital display. And you also have an oscillation. So you can oscillate side to side, which you'll see. I'm just turning this on so you can rotate side to side. There's also an internal oscillation that will go up and down, which is really great because a lot of these older houses, you know, the heat rises, it can get trapped up high, or, you know, if you have those cathedral ceilings. So this is such a wonderful option to give you that year-round comfort as well as purified air that we want to give our families.
I think it's huge, and I know this is something that Adam has talked about in his open house show, and it's really true, and I knew it was true before he even made the statement, is if you go to hsn.com, this is a hot category right now for a lot of reasons, and I'm not making any crazy claims, but I think certainly we're more aware of our health right now in America, and at least on hsn.com, virtually every air purifier that we've been offering is completely sold out with wait list and extended delivery, and you know, and I'm just speaking from my own experience. I say that because I actually didn't realize how bad my allergies and asthma were until I started, you know, this whole safer at home policy, which of course we all want, but no kidding, I'm a collector of things and product from HSN, and certainly it's not curing or treating my asthma or allergies, but I got a lot of stuff in my house. And I was actually noticing, boy, I'll tell you what, there's not a day that goes by that, even tonight, when I talk about today's special, I'm gonna have to cut my microphone, blow my nose, because, you know, my allergies have just been a lot worse. Plus in Florida, there's a whole slew of different pollens that we have 12 months out of the year. So Angela, if we just factored in the aesthetics, I mean, it looks good, but remember, Delonghi, they are a brand name to be reckoned with. It's cleaning the air, it's clearing the air, but then it's also keeping me comfortable, whether it's to keep me warm or cool. And that's a big deal that they did this for us.
Exactly, and I don't know anyone who wouldn't benefit from cleaner air at home. And before we talked about how a lot of us are starting to get into those warmer months, but if you're up north, it's still in the 50s. So it still has a little bit of chill in the air. You might not want to turn on your whole house heater, but what you can do is the Delonghi 3D actually has a 1500 watt ceramic heater. So 1500 watts is the most power that you can get in a portable heater. And that's all while filtering your air. So I have a temperature gun here. And if you can see, that air is actually coming out at 190 degrees. So what that means is this is really going to heat your room quickly. It's going to heat it evenly and comfortably. And when you want to use that heat option, again, you have the remote. All you're going to do is select the heat mode, and then you have a digital thermostat. So this is going to go up to 88 degrees. You can adjust exactly the way you want it, as well as 6 different airspeed options, again, from low to high. Oscillation is great, again, for evenly heating the room, so you're not going to have hot spots like a typical space heater that just kind of burns your ankles, you know, when you're standing next to it. And then, Shannon, I want to talk quickly about a couple different money-saving options. So Delonghi has given us a timer, and the way I love to use this timer is if you're gone all day, you can save money by not heating your whole house while you're gone. You set that timer to kick on just before you get home in the evening, so you're able to walk into a nice, warm, cozy house. Or you can also set it for just before your alarm clock goes off in the morning. And that way, you know, it's just a little bit easier to get out of that toasty bed on chilly mornings.
It's so true.
It's so hard to do that. And with zone heating, this is portable. You carry it room to room, so you're not heating the whole house. Just heat the room that you're in. And then, you know, it's a brand like Delonghi. They've been around for years. We trust them. They thought about safety as well. So it is a tower design. You might be nervous that it could get knocked over if you're like me and you have pets, or maybe you have young kids. If this does get knocked over, it has that tip over safety switch. So it'll automatically shut off. You don't have to worry about any sort of accident.
It's really true. Hey, Angela, there's only 60 seconds remaining in the presentation. I think you were going there, though. You were guiding everybody. We do have additional filters. In fact, that's what that little videotape shows. Is it on top? Is that where I do that, just out of curiosity?
Yep, you just push the top and it'll pop right open.
Oh, nice. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight, Angela. It's always great to see you, and hopefully I know this is on a little backup plan because they're already anticipating early sellout of our today's special, certainly on some of those fragrances. Thank you for joining me. Good to see you as always.
Thanks, Shannon.
Thank you, Angela. Hey, don't forget, it is a 3-in-1 in terms of size. Remember, 35 inches on height, about 12 3/4, 12.75 on the diameter or on that perimeter if you're taking note at home. 716-197. So 12 months out of the year comfort. All right, not a room in your home that our today's special does not clean with no bleach, no soap, no ammonia, no harsh caustic, no some crazy surfactants. Plus, it smells good too. Biggest configuration and lowest price. We're going to be giving you an encore look at our today's special in just a moment. Keep clearing that air. I'll see you back here in just a brief moment. Stay tuned.